People are going crazy over Kimi 2.5. It's an open source model that has some better benchmarks than Opus and an insanely clever agent swarm mode where an orchestrator can spawn up to 100 specialized agents for a complex task. But did you know that this feature also exists in Claude Code behind a hidden flag and was discovered by a user on Twitter? How did someone discover this? And did Anthropic just steal this idea from Kimi? Hit subscribe and let's get into it. Anthropic announced custom sub-agents in July last year, and since then, people have been using them for all kinds of specialized tasks. We actually made a video about it back then too. But sub-agents themselves only have a snippet of the wider context, since they're designed for a specialized task. So they do that task, return the data, and have a fresh slate of memory. So people kind of implemented memory by getting these sub-agents to output their findings to a markdown file and also update a main context file. So if the same or a different sub-agent was asked to make an update, they could just read those files and see where the other sub-agents had left off. But you still have to manually create a sub-agent, giving it a role, access to specific skills, tools, permissions, and so on. And this is why Kimi's new agent swarm takes things to the next level, because the orchestrator is the one that dynamically creates a specialized sub-agent for a specific task, so you don't have to do anything. These sub-agents can work in parallel to complete an overall task, and when they're done with their bit, they can give it to the orchestrator, who can decide if new sub-agents need to be spun up with that data in order to complete the complex task. Kimi's agent swarm is still a research project, but it's already showing great improvements compared to a single agent workflow. I mean, look at this graph. The more complex a task is, it pretty much stays consistent because of the agents working in parallel to complete the same thing. Now, if I'm being honest, you can kind of already do this in Claude Code. So with the new-ish task feature, you can create a list of tasks and fan them out to individual sub-agents. The problem is that these sub-agents are general purpose and not specialized for the specific task. I'm also not sure if Claude is automatically able to assign tasks to the correct custom sub-agent. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this already. But it looks like the Claude team have been working on a way for an orchestrator to automatically create sub-agents on the fly based on the task, and this feature has been hidden behind a flag, which was found by Mike Kelly, who shows how it works in this tweet. And in the same tweet, shares a link to a repo, which is a fork of CC Mirror called Claude Sneak Peek. Let's try it. So this is a plan written by AI to create a web frontend for a tool called XDL that allows you to download videos from X or Twitter in the terminal. I've already installed and have Claude Sneak Peek running, which you can see looks like a minimal version of Claude Code. I'm going to ask it to read the plan.md file and create tasks that can be executed by a swarm of sub-agents. Then I'll leave it to create the tasks. And now it's finished creating the tasks, I'm going to ask it to execute the tasks using sub-agents. Now, before I do that, just to confirm I don't have any custom sub-agents in place, I'm going to run the agent / command, and you can see that there are no specialized or custom sub-agents in place. So now it's executing the tasks, and here it automatically added a front-end builder sub-agent for the front-end tasks. And you can see here we have a team. If we press down to view the team, we can see we have 5 agents in place: a team lead, QA tester, backend builder, component builder, and front-end builder, all working on tasks at the same time. And we can also see what each agent on our team is working on. So we can see the QA tester is searching for patterns, the backend builder is also searching for patterns and reading files, and so is the component builder and front-end builder. If we want to see exactly what our agent is doing, we can hit enter, and now we're in the agent's view, and we can see its system prompt. If we go back, we can see we now have 8 agents, so a components creator, an API server, someone doing the Vite setup, someone integrating the API, and now we have someone doing CSS. And our team of agents just seems to keep growing. If we hit enter on the team lead, we can see we're back in the main Claude Code view. So the team lead is the main Claude Code orchestrator. We can also see in the main view that each sub-agent is giving us its current status. And if I zoom out a tiny bit and scroll up, we can see the messages sent previously from all the different agents. And now that all the tasks are complete, we get a swarm project complete file, which tells us everything that was done, but we also get a swarm execution report, which gives us the number of specialized agents that were used, their role, and if they completed the task. We can also scroll down to see in detail exactly what each agent did. Now, based on how much work the Claude team have already put into this feature, I don't think they copied Kimi. I think they saw implementations online like Agents and Be Mad and wanted to add it to Claude Code natively. But I can totally understand why they haven't released it. Firstly, I don't think this feature has had the many hours of training that the Kimi 2.5 orchestrator has. And also, things get really complicated for a user that already has some or even many sub-agents. For example, if a user wants to complete a complex task, how does the orchestrator know to create a brand new front-end sub-agent or use the user's existing sub-agent? What metrics or data is he using to make that judgment? And also, skills adds more complication. If a user already has a bunch of downloaded skills, how would the orchestrator know to use them for a new agent or to download its own ones, which may even be more appropriate for the task at hand? I mean, this orchestrator, if Anthropic ever release it, will have to go through a bunch of user data already, agents, tools, skills, just before it can decide if it needs to make its own sub-agent and what things it should add to it. I actually don't know if the team are working on this feature right now as I speak, or if they've decided it's too complicated and won't release it. I don't know. Speaking of features, if you're using an AI or a human to rapidly add features to a project and you want to make sure things don't break, then you really need to check out BetterStack because it's able to monitor logs on your servers and use anomaly detection to tell you if anything goes wrong before it does. And it also has AI native error tracking to let you know if anything goes wrong on your front end. So go and check out BetterStack today.